Yeah, I'm on it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, man.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. Can't hear you. Wait, 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 wait. Hold on. Let me go on and see whether it's showing here. Ah, okay, 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 okay. I can hear here, but I can't hear myself. Okay, makes sense. Let's go.
When it comes to YouTube,
But look, when you talk, I can't hear you. Do I need to wear an earpiece? I have earpiece. Should I wear an earpiece? Hello, hello. Look, he say something. I wanna hear you. Hello, hello. Look, he say something. I wanna hear you. Hello, hello.
yo,
Yeah. Okay. Can hear you now. Let's go.
you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yo. Am I good, guys?
Okay. Can hear you.
Can anybody hear me?
What's good?
Oh, you can. He said it's fixed. Let's go.
What's
Okay,
good, everybody? What's good,
stream.
everybody?
Okay, stream. We are here today, guys. We're doing a new series with GK, my mentor. He is here. He's blessing us with his presence and his wisdom. He is here today to share with us how we can improve our lives. Go ahead, give him an introduction of who you are.
Yo, everybody, my name is GK. I'm a journalist, I'm a filmmaker, I'm a world traveler. I've been around the world, and I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a dad to four beautiful kids. I have two boys and two girls, and I'm transitioning into tech and a lot of content creation. So I'm happy to be here. I'll be
Yes,
40
yes,
years this
yes.
year, so I like to
Oh,
share a little bit of the things I know.
okay, GK. Let them know how you first found me, and where we are today.
Nice, 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 nice. So Loki is like my G, man. And in life, when you don't stay in your corner, or like when you don't stay in your comfort zone and you get out of your comfort zone, that is when life begins for you. So I met Loki in Beverly Hills, and there's a saying that like minds attract each other. When you go to Beverly Hills and you see all the opulence and the luxury and the lifestyle and everything there, it's amazing. And so everybody who comes there, it's either coming to admire what's going on there or wants what's going on there. And it is no surprise that I met Loki there, because you know how Trey Songz made that song, I just wanna be successful. That's Loki right there. So Loki, we all want to be successful. So it's no brainer that we met in Rodeo Drive. So I met Loki in Rodeo Drive doing some 2x4 interviews, and I'm like, dude, dude, what's going on? Let's do something. So that's all. Yeah.
Okay, right. So yes, guys, today this is how we're gonna really navigate the show, right? So we're gonna start. I have some questions for GK. If you guys have some questions as well, we'll get them for him. He's the mentor here, and he's gonna be the one basically just guiding us through. Because I have a younger audience, as you guys know,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes we need guidance. So first things first. First question I have,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
How long does a man have to struggle before he's able to live comfortably? What's your take on that?
Um. So there are two things to know in life. You are you have your 20s, you have your 30s, and then you have your 50s, and so life is considered like in 10-year tranches. In 10-year tranches. Now, when you are 10 years old, you are still a baby, like you are being taken care of. But from 10 years to 20 years, that's when you are in your teens. Yeah, like in your adolescence, moving into becoming a man. Now, life is not the same for everybody, but some people have to man up from the age of 10 or even less than that before they become adults. And some people will get to the age of 60 years and they are still not adults. There's a
Mm.
guy who is the vice president of his country, and his dad is the president of the country. So such a person, he's been balling all his life. His dad has been shielding him, and he's the vice president of the country, and he's just wasting money. So, and then there's somebody whose dad or who didn't even see his dad. I know somebody who only heard about his dad because the dad was in prison and died in prison, so he didn't have the opportunity to see his dad. So different strokes for different folks. But the honest truth is there's no time limit. It's all a matter of how you feel within. No matter who you are, or no matter how young you are, or no matter how old you are, there's that feeling within that you start having that I was meant to be somebody. I was meant to be bigger than my current position. I was meant to be bigger than what I'm currently going through. That feeling is what is very important. Most people will have that feeling from the age of 5, and it can push you. It's what push people to keep going and keep going forward. And most people, they have that feeling, but they need someone to encourage them and push them into the hot water so they can swim. So that's what I would say. It's not really like a timestamp or an age, or it's more about how you feel within. Sometimes you can be in an environment and you feel within you secretly, you know that you are bigger than that environment. You can be serving at a restaurant, or you can be working in some menial job, and you feel within you that you are meant to be a star. You are meant to be somebody
Yeah.
bigger than your current condition. You can be the assistant. I used to work with a certain lady, and the lady was so rich, but I knew that she was making so much money because of my ideas. And it didn't mean that she was smarter than me. Even though she was richer than me, I knew that I had a bigger calling. So usually it's not a time frame, it's all what you feel within you and the voices that are talking to you in your head. You could be living in the ghetto, but you know that even though you live in the ghetto, there's something meant for you. Like you are meant for this big life. And that voice should not be ignored. When you hear that voice, do not ignore it. Don't let your surrounding let you ignore what the voice is telling you. There are so many of us who go to sleep and we dream of big and mighty things. That can be your future being shown to you. Sometimes it's not so much the age, but so much of what is happening in your head when you go to bed, the kind of people you keep meeting. There are so many people listening and watching this. Some of you don't have friends who are your same age. Some of you have friends who are older than you.
That is
That is a
very true.
sign that you
That
are
reminds
meant.
me of a subscriber we have here. He keeps saying, "Why am I? All my friends are older."
It is a sign.
So
It is
that's a good
showing you
thing.
where you are supposed to be in life. It's showing you that God is bringing you people. Whenever you have people who are older than you, it's a sign telling you that God is bringing people in your way to guide you. It's a privilege. Not many young people
Mm.
have older friends. It is a sign that you are lucky to have mentors early enough so your mentors can guide you so you can get to a better place quicker and sooner because mentorship can really propel you to a higher heights. You know, mentorship can take you to a place that you would will prevent you from having mistakes or having issues in your life, and that is what I think most of people should focus on. So, it's not so much about the time, but it's so much about what God has destined for you and what your life purpose, what you are meant to be on this earth is.
So
And
Elon says, "My friends are older than me."
yes, so someone like that, Elon, you should be asking your friends questions. You should be having conversations with them. Don't feel intimidated when you are around friends who are older than you. Don't feel like as if they are trying to make you feel small, or it doesn't matter. The most important thing is what are you learning from them? That's the most important thing. What are you learning from your friends who are older than you? When it's all said and done, somebody has to guide and teach you certain things you do not know, and someone who will be willing and happy to teach you that may be older than you. At my age, I'm still learning so many things. I'm still learning so many things. How to be a good dad, how to be a good husband, how to be able to build a legacy for my kids, how to make friends. Do you know it's very hard to make friends when you're older than when you're a younger person? How to network, how to find the right business partners. So life is a lifelong learning. There's no shortcut or there's no time pin to it. It's more of just what you feel within you and also your exposure. Some of you are meant for greater things, but maybe because of the environment you are, you may be limited to seeing things in a certain way. That's why I keep saying, wake up, get out of your environment, go somewhere you can meet somebody. I met Loki in Beverly Hills, but I
So
didn't come
on
and
wait,
meet him in
wait.
his bedroom.
On your way
Yeah.
to getting to wherever someone wants to be, right? Whether that's success, whether that's just being comfortable, do
Mm-hmm.
you believe you have to struggle to get there? Or
Yes.
can it be easy?
Anything easy doesn't come. Anything easy doesn't come. Anything good doesn't come easy at all. You know, if life were easy, so many people would have it on a silver platter. A lot of people on this live stream now are Americans, and majority do not know that those of us who are not Americans, it's very hard to get the American passports. My kids have the American passport, but I don't have the American passport,
Mm.
and I've been in America for 5 years now. It will take a few more years before I get it. But it is not easy. If it were easy, I would have got it like 2 months. Immediately I landed in America, 2 months, and then I'll get my passport. So, but we all know the benefits of an American passport. You see, you're about to travel, you don't need a visa, you just buy your ticket and boom, you are gone. You can visit so many countries and you can go to a meeting in a country. Let's say you're doing a business meeting in China right now, you can just buy a ticket, go to China and come back the next day. You don't need a visa. So everything that's good takes time, but it has to be sensible time. It has to be time that makes sense. It has to be a struggle that makes sense. It doesn't have to be struggle that doesn't mean anything. When I met Loki, he was busy filming content that was not really pushing him anywhere. That was struggle, yes, but it wasn't like sensible struggle. But you see, this kind of content we are making now, and he's always going live and all of that. That's sensible hustle. So even though he enjoys
That's
talking to
right.
you guys and he's filming every day, it may not come across as work, but that is how Loki survives, you know. That is how he's able to take care of himself. And that is what you have to hustle sensibly. Let me give you another example. In Rodeo Drive, where I met Loki, there are so many people who come there, they go and do their work and then they come and spend money there and all of that. Now, when Loki and I hang around in Beverly Hills, we get to meet rich people, we get to see rich people, we get to interact with so many people. They may be working in some tedious work or whatever they may be doing. But the fact that we, instead of us going to do the same thing, we decide to go and hang out there, it's a shortcut, you see. So we are now buying into their network. So somebody has hustled for 10 years just to become rich. We have said that we don't want to do the same hustling. We want to cut and go and meet them where they are at and learn from them. That is what it means when I say go out, go out, go out, go out, go out, go out. Most of the time, too, you don't need to meet extraordinary people. You need to connect with people on your same level, you know, people on your same level. Loki has other friends who are streamers who have huge YouTube subscribership and all of that, but he doesn't do content to them. He's doing content with me. My channel just got 1,000 subscribers.
That's
Sometimes
true.
you have to network with people that you vibe with on the same wavelength, not people who you think, oh, this guy. Imagine Loki trying to create a stream with Duke Dennis, you know. Duke will be like, who are you? Get out of here. So sometimes it's very important to be on the same vibe or grow with the people in your network or people in your hometown or people outside of your network, but on the same wavelength. That's very, very important. Otherwise, put Diddy emoji on the thing. Why? Why is he saying we should put Diddy emoji on the thing? Otherwise, you may be in a hurry to um network across, and you'll be exhausted. You know, so many people come into our lives and they take from our lives instead of contributing, and it doesn't end well for anybody. By the way, if you are enjoying the live so far, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and help me grow my channel.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Good, 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 guys. Let's read some comments. He said, put the Diddy face emoji on. You guys are silly, guys. You guys are really silly. W chat today. You guys are nice. Okay. Thank GK for that, guys. If anybody wants to join in and speak, let me know. I'll put you guys up. He said, what is his channel? Go ahead.
I'll,
Give your
I'll,
channel.
I'll post it in. I'll post it on his travel hub and places. I'll post it in the link. I'll post it in the chat.
Okay. Now, are you ready for my next question, GK? We're gonna move into another topic. Are you okay with this?
Yeah, sure, I'm cool.
This one is, should a man date a woman that didn't like him before he got status? Yeah, why you start laughing?
It's happened to me before, so don't worry. It's happened to me before, so I'm the perfect person to answer this. Um, the honest truth is, if you are very young, if you are very young, when you are dating, date for data information. If you are very young, between 20s and your 30s, date for information. You are not at the place where you should be dating seriously for marriage yet. You should be dating for information. So if your mindset is, oh, I'm dating, because like anything in life, you have to practice before you become good at it, especially when it comes to women. You have to understand women to get to know women. So if you're a young person watching this and you are a young man, my advice is date enough people to learn from them. Do not be in a hurry to be in a committed or serious relationship. Just learn. So if you are learning that way, when a lady sees you and they shit on you or they are rude to you or they disrespect you, it won't be too hard for you to accept the fact that they are doing that to you, because you are learning the nature of women. So if a lady is rude to you, you're just learning another side of what it means to meet a rude lady. Most guys burden themselves with, or saying that, oh, this girl is this to me. Don't It doesn't matter. Like, you are getting information. The person you marry down in the future, you've not met them yet, but you need to date enough people to understand what it means to be with a woman. So you cannot also marry, you can also grow up and marry in your, let's say, in your 30s or early 30s or early 40s, and you've not dated more than two people. You have to date enough to understand what it is you are getting in. You can read all the books, you can watch all the videos, but you have to be in a relationship to understand how to be empathetic, to understand how to be discerning, to understand how to control anger, to understand how to be selfless. All of these things, you can't read about them. You have to
That's true.
practice it. You have to go through it so that you learn yourself.
Okay,
Sometimes the
hold on.
best way to learn yourself is to be in a relationship. So when you learn more about yourself, then you take it into marriage later. So the guy shouldn't even worry about that unless he's ready to be married, and which I'm sure he's not. But he shouldn't worry about that girl. He should just, even he can take her back and it will just be a sexual relationship. Like, you not take her seriously. In your mind's eye, she may think that you guys are serious, but in your head, you just using her to practice sex, or
Yeah, here.
practice being in a relationship. Yeah,
Okay. So now my question is, you said you need to be in a relationship first to know, right?
yeah,
So how
yeah.
does a young how do you get in your first relationship?
Um, okay. So this is what I tell all young people. The honest truth is, the way the world is going now, any young person, the first thing you need to do is to get a job. If you have a job, if you have a job, is the best thing to do. If you have like, you should have like two jobs, so you can use one job, money from one job, save that, and then use the other money to take care of yourself. You should have two jobs, one in McDonald's and then one with Five Guys or Chipotle, and then you, or at a restaurant, then you save money. The honest
Hold
truth
on,
is,
GK. They
yeah.
want to know about your current relationship. He said, ask him, does he have a girlfriend, or are we taking advice from a single man? Tell him.
Oh my God. Uh, Allington, hey, okay, lady, guys, come.
He's gonna bring his whole family on
Come, come,
stream.
come, come, come. Come. Say hello to my stream.
Hello.
What's
Hi.
your, what's your name?
Hello. My name's Lady.
How old are you?
I'm 8 years old.
Awesome. Uh, okay. What's your name?
Ayoki.
Look here. How old are you?
I'm 5 years old.
Awesome. Auntie, come. What's that you're eating?
Uh, uh, Papa.
Oh, Paul, yeah, papaya.
Yeah.
Auntie, what's your name?
Debbie.
How old are you?
So wholesome.
And okay, can go. You can go. Close the door for me, okay? So I have these are close the door. So
He said, family doesn't mean you have a woman. I tossed mine to the streets, full custody.
I'm happily married. My wife is in the living room. I'm in my office now, and I have four kids. My wife is in the living room. I'm happily married. I married at the age of 30. This year I'll be 40. So this year will be my 10th anniversary of being married. Yes. So you are not listening to a single man. And I've hustled in London. I've hustled in I've been to over 39 countries. So I know what I'm talking about. I've hustled in China. I've hustled in Asia, everywhere you can think of. Cape
Okay,
Town,
we have a new
Johannesburg.
question for you. What do you think? What if you don't want to be married? Can you still go on dates with other girls even if you don't want to get married? Elon said.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. Like, take your time and go on dates with so many women who will give you the opportunity, right? So remember, the question you first asked me, I was trying to answer. Like, every young person should get two jobs so that you can save money. Once you're able to save money, you have some options now. When you have a little money, girls can sense it. They can smell money, and it will be easier for you to have some girlfriends so um you can do this thing. Uh,
Why you say it like that?
you can, yeah, of course,
Oh,
you
hold
can
on.
be
He
able
he
to
said
have
I have one
options.
job, but I'm 12.
If you want to, you can add another job if you want to, so you can pack the bread, you can stack the bread. But if you're a young person, if you are 12 years old, you should be enjoying your youth. The honest truth is, at 12 years old, do not put pressure on yourself. You should be enjoying your youth. You should be watching a lot of manga series from Japan. You should be traveling. It is not time to be engaged in relationships. Whatever job you have, enjoy that, keep that money and travel and read books,
Mm.
read a lot of books. 12 years, you are too young to now even bring in another human being and take care of. There's nothing. Like, you should be enjoying your youth, make friends, because when you're 12 years old, get off the internet and go and make friends, go and visit your friends, go fishing with your friends. You should be doing summer camps. You should be doing going skiing with your friends during winter time. You should be doing activities because you need a community. When you grow and you become 30 years, the people you built with, the people you know when you were 12 years old, they become your friends when you get to your 30s. So if you are 12 years, this conversation is not for you. Like, enjoy your youth, enjoy your teens. But if you are 18 and above going and 19, 20 going, this is the time to hustle. You are in the game from 18 and above. You are in the game of life. Double the money, stack the cash, work two jobs, save money, and put some money on you. Once you're able to save some money, buy the most expensive perfume you can. $300 perfume or a $400 perfume. Buy Creed Aventus. Buy Creed Aventus. If you are 18 years and above, get two jobs, stack the money, buy the most expensive perfume, buy a white shirt, buy a nice jeans. So you have like three shirts, long sleeve, like the one Loki is wearing, and then you buy a nice jeans, and then one sneaker, one shoe. That's your wardrobe. So you can just keep changing, and you put on the Creed Aventus, and then you move on. Girls will just keep coming. Girls will just keep
So
coming.
so
Just
Doc
keep coming.
says he said that he thinks your methods are a little outdated. He said these days it's different for dating. What do you have to say to that?
I mean, different strokes for different folks. It depends on what he's talking about. But it's what I'm saying is, if you are 12 years old, you shouldn't be thinking about this. I don't know what he should explain somewhere. I don't know what it means by I'm living in the past. All I'm saying is, if you are 12 years old, you shouldn't even think about dating, because you are supposed to enjoy your that age, that innocent age. But if you are 18 and above, you welcome to the game. Travel the world and date people, meet people. There are so many countries, so many beautiful women you've never seen. But when it comes to below 18 years, don't, because the danger of why I'm saying that is that there are so many young people who are in a hurry to taste dating, and they start having sex at a young age, and then by mistake the girl becomes pregnant, and you are crippled
Yeah.
for life forever,
Yeah.
and baby mama will take your money, and then you'll be paying child support for the rest of your life. So if you can just do without girls when you are 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and just hustle, build cash, invest if you can, build a YouTube channel and all of that. It's for your own good. You can do it. I'm not saying you cannot do it, but at what cost? Even if you did it and you are perfect, you are still carrying trauma, because the honest truth is, it takes an emotionally intelligent person to deal with women. It's not just all rosy and how are you? What did you eat? What did you watch? Oh, I miss you. Oh, I love you. That's not what relationships are. It takes an emotionally intelligent person to be with a woman. And if you are not emotionally intelligent, I would advise you to go and find yourself first before you now start thinking about bringing somebody into your life. At 12 years old, what have you seen in life? How many countries have you been to? What
Yeah.
difficulties have you gone through in life
He said, "How
for
many
you to be
countries have you
even
been
thinking about adding someone to your life? That's my whole point, you know? And even by the grace of God, social media has allowed most of us now to start traveling and seeing the world. But it wasn't always the case, you know. So my
He
point
said
is
he's been to 3 countries at 12.
that's good. That's good. But you see, the exception doesn't work for the masses. We are talking about the whole world. You may be privileged. We don't know. But you see, the exception doesn't define it for everybody. You see, and I'm sure he's not the only person on live stream now. So I'm not trying to center the advice around him, but I'm talking in general because it's a public forum. I have to talk in generals. I can't, this is not a one-on-one consultation, you know. And so my advice is if you are young between the 18 and upwards, welcome to the game. Stack your money and then smell good. Smell really good. Any room you walk into, people smell you before you even open your mouth. Smell
Okay.
good. Smell
Okay.
really good.
This is I'm gonna drop the link below, guys. If you guys want to join, you guys can join. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because so now we're gonna answer some fan questions. Big Lick says, ask him how do you stop being lazy and fat?
Have an accountability partner. You know, have someone who will hold you accountable. The moment I see Loki becoming fat, I'll call him out. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? Stop fooling around. What's going on? Why are you neglecting this and this and that? So like find someone who will hold you accountable. That's very important. Find someone who will hold you accountable. It could be your friend, it could be someone older than you, it could be your teacher, it could be your parents. Like find someone who is not afraid to tell you what you need to hear. And that's it.
Okay. Doc says, W stream. Thank you for the guest, Loki. Dude is winning. He won.
Thank you, guys. But you see, life is about hustle, and if you try to avoid the hustle, you will not enjoy life. You know, whatever life throws at you, embrace it and face it like a champion, and fight it and just go on. But the most important thing is to be calm and relaxed. You know, life is a fight, but it doesn't have to be like you just have to be chill, be very strategic, think through everything. Sometimes you just can't do much but chill and just fold your arms and watch life, you know. Sometimes
Okay. Hold
God,
on. We have Elon wants to join. C, are you open to coming in? C, me, C, and GK. We have a history, right? I brought C to Beverly Hills to meet GK.
yo, that's my guy.
Yeah, that's C. Doc says this is a funny comment. Does his wife have a single sister?
No, no, my wife doesn't. My wife, my wife, they were two, one boy, one girl. I won the lottery when I came to my wife. So if you're a young person watching this and you want to marry someday, listen, marry the person who likes you. Marry the person who likes you. Do not go for the slay queens and the Instagram baddies. They are not wife material. Because when you get married, your kids will come home one day with their homework. They'll come, your kids will really step on your nerves. Your kids will really, really, really show you whether you are patient or whether how angry you can be.
He says,
If you
"What made you go to 40 countries?"
I'll answer that. If you don't have the temperament and the patience, or if your wife doesn't have the temperament and the patience, you guys will not make it. Your kids will not have a good foundation or a good upbringing. So it's very, very important that a lot of young people listening to this, or even if you're at a marriage age, you do not go for the Instagram bodies. They look good. I have this analogy. Your wife is like white rice, and then
I always hear you talk about this.
the Instagram body is like ice cream. You can eat an ice cream and it looks good, but you'll never be full. And an ice cream will just melt on your hand and it will waste within a few minutes. That's the Instagram body. They look nice, they look flashy, but the moment you finish having sex with them or the moment you hang out with them, some don't even know they are airheads. You can't even have a conversation with them more than 10 minutes. That's the most, not all, but that's most Instagram bodies. But your wife is white rice. She looks plain and boring, but that's the one that's vital because you can
That's
eat
true.
rice morning,
That's that
afternoon,
that
evening.
brings me to my next question. It's
I'm
funny you
listening.
touched on that. Can a
Yes.
man experience different women while still being in love with his girlfriend?
Yes, me. I'm an African. We believe in polygamy, so it's not something big for me. But also know that there are diseases out there. So there are diseases out there. But before that, let me answer the
Yes.
question. I used to do a lot of journalism work. I used to do a lot of film work, and it would take me out to travel. And also, I was lucky enough that when I was young, I had a mentor who was guiding me. So my mentor was always telling me to travel, travel. Anytime I made some money, and how the fuck there's a huge ass $100 mic go missing. Anytime I make some money, my mentor will say, buy a ticket and travel, buy a ticket and travel. So my mentor was constantly encouraging me to travel. That's how come I was able to see the world. And travel does something to you. It makes you really comfortable, confident. It opens your mind. You meet different people, and through conversations, you become knowledgeable because knowledge is not in just one person's head. It's in so many people's heads. So through conversations you can be really, really intelligent through conversations and knowledgeable through conversations. And if you travel a lot, it I would even for my kids, I can even suggest to some of my kids to travel instead of going to university because travel, if you travel full time for 2 years, that's equivalent to 4 years of education. So I'm really, really big on travel. And when it comes to being with one woman and seeing other girls, no problem. The only issue is that dealing with women, most people do not know, but dealing with women requires a lot of emotional intelligence. It
Mhm.
requires a lot of stoic. You have to be very, very stoic because the person you are dealing with has a different understanding of life than you. So you have to regulate your emotions around the person. And now, if you are dealing with five different people, now you have to now regulate your emotions with five different people. For me personally, my nose can smell things far away from a very long
You're
distance.
funny.
So if I'm with this girl and she doesn't smell good, and I'm with this girl and she smells good all the time, why will I even go close to the one who doesn't smell good? I always go to the one who smells good. And to me, that's too much work for me to be going between the one who smells good and the one who doesn't smell good. So I just stick with the one who smells good and avoid going anywhere else. You see, you have to be emotionally intelligent to deal with the species called woman or girls. They are not
Okay.
just people walking about. You have to be really, really emotionally intelligent to know what you are doing.
Let's introduce C here, guys. We have C in the
My,
chat.
my guy, man.
C in the call. Can you hear us, C?
Yeah, this is a good.
Yo,
Um,
bro, what's going on, bro?
how are you, bro? It's good to
I'm
see you.
good. Good to see you, man.
Piece of three legends in a call. Okay, C, let everybody know. I'm pretty sure everybody here knows that you do. The whole world does, but go ahead, give them a brief introduction.
So yeah, I'm a young up and coming entrepreneur. I like to travel. They said just see the world, and
Living the life, man.
So, what you guys were talking about, just navigating the world as a young man.
Mm-hmm.
What would
Yep.
you guys is like a good way to make money while traveling?
Yo. So, I remember so I'm from Ghana. If anybody is wondering, I'm from Ghana, and I wanted to break out into the Nigerian market and the South African market. You know, Africa is big. There's over 53 countries or 54. So I wanted to break into Nigeria, and Nigeria is big, like the biggest country of black people, and they have money, like real money, and I wanted to break in there. What did I do? I just went on Google and I found event planners in Nigeria. I sent about 100 emails to um, 100 event planners, and I sent them a mail and I said, listen, I'm a filmmaker. I can make videos. I'm planning to come to your city. If you have an upcoming event, let me know so that I'll arrange my trip around the same time, and I'll film your event for you for free. But if you appreciate me coming over and you want to take care of my transport, or you want to contribute something to my travel, I'll appreciate it. I want to build a relationship with you. So I kept sending those mails, and so many people reached back and said, "Oh," and I added some of my work to it, and so many people reached back and say, "Yes, oh, we would like to see you." And in Africa, like, most people are friendly, like especially from a different country, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, of course, of course." And where I come from, like when it comes to like receiving visitors, they are very friendly and warm. So it was easy for me. But even in London and all different places all around the world, the most important thing is to reach out to people. Just go on Google, and there'll always be event planners. There'll always be people who have Airbnb who are looking for videos and nice stuff. There'll always be buddies on Instagram who are looking for nice videos and nice pictures. And then there'll always be, especially for you, see who is a YouTuber, there'll always be girls who would want to be in a YouTube video. And you'll be surprised how many girls would like to pay to be in your YouTube videos. Like, yo, what's good? Like, you just send a girl a DM and say, yo, what's good? I'm coming to your city. I'm trying to film a YouTube video and you look really fly. I'd like to put you in my YouTube video. Essentially, I just want to hang out with you at a swimming pool, get some drinks and all of that. Um, would you mind being in a video? She hits you back and say, yeah, sure, I'd like to be in a video. So, okay, usually I charge for this, but because I want to make an exception for you, do you mind just giving me like $100 to cover my flights down there and all of that? And you'll be surprised how many girls will pay to be in your video. There's attention is a currency. There are so many people craving for attention or craving for an opportunity to be on YouTube, because we, the three of us, or those of us online, take it for granted. We think that it's easy for everybody, but it's not. Especially, so many women want to be on YouTube, but they are shy or they are afraid to be on camera or even edit their videos themselves. So for you, that's what I'll do, especially the girls on a lot of the bodies on Instagram. Like, reach out to them and say, yo, I want to take you out on a trip. Would you like to be part of it? And you'll be surprised. Most of the girls will even pay for their own, will pay for the trip to feature on your channel, and they will sponsor you. They will pay for the hotel and the
Okay,
flights and everything.
we have a question. So this is something we all know about a little bit, right? And
Mhm.
I want to introduce Elon, guys. I have him muted for now. I want him to say some questions because
Mhm.
this is a very young subscriber, right? Elon's
Yeah.
very young. He's a young subscriber. But first, I wanna talk about Doc's question. He says, "This day we are competing with machines. Dating is definitely different than 2016."
Mhm.
So GK, obviously you grew up when you were around 21 to 23. You have it was definitely different in terms of finding women and attracting women, right? So I
Mhm.
think he's kind of saying, and maybe C can speak on this a little bit. Are the women looking for different stuff, and do you have to come approach these women in different ways? What do you think, C? Let me hear C first.
I think maybe they're looking for the same type of guys, like maybe. there's a saying like all the there's a few guys getting all the women. So I think like that's more prevalent. But I think a lot of guys are trying to make up for that with other things, such as money, such as valuables, and that's where their problem is.
Hmm. So what are you gonna say, GK, about the difference between dating in your generation versus this generation?
Oh no, that nothing has changed. It's just a matter of it's just nothing has changed at all. It's just a matter of a lot of guys who are listening to the BS going on, because a lot of women are changing the rules. Relationship the rules around relationship only exist for broke guys. So if you are broke, the woman will have so many rules for you. Oh, don't talk to me. Oh, don't touch me. Oh, don't look at me. Oh, you are hitting on me. You are doing this. You are being weird. You are being this. But if you are fine and you have money, all of it vanish. So that's why I'm saying that the games have changed. If you have money, chances are you will not be on a dating app. Like, or even if you go
Mm,
on a dating app and you have money, you just pay for the premium or the VIP, and then you put a nice picture, like you dress for. Of course, if you have money, you dress nice, and if you have money, you take professional pictures and you post that on the dating app. Women will flood to your inbox, and there are guys who have money who have stopped booking hotel rooms when they travel,
mm.
because women in cities around the world are hitting them up. Or let's just say a guy is nice and he's going to Toronto. He just goes on Tinder or a dating app and find girls in that city where he's going, and just reach out to them and say, "Oh, hi, I'm coming to your city. What do you have planned tonight, this weekend? I would like to take you out." And do you know how many women are accepting guys to even come and live with them? Like, if you have money and you have game, there's no competition out there. But
He says,
unfortunately,
Doc says, if we gotta pay, she ain't it.
no. When I say you have money, I don't mean paying the girl. When I say you have money, I don't mean paying the girl. Women don't necessarily want the money. They want the idea of
Hold
you
on, hold
having
on.
money.
Let's see jump in on this a little bit. Cause
One second,
C's
let
in
me
a
just
different
conclude.
country.
Let me conclude. Women want the idea of you looking like you have money. If I take a picture, right, and I'm wearing a suit and I'm standing by a Rolls Royce, I've not given the money to the girl, but that projects an image. There's a look of luxury and there's a look of poverty. If you look just shabby on dating apps, and you look also well put together on a dating app, the girl will go after the guy who is well put. If I take a picture by the flowers
Wait,
just
hold on. So you're
outside,
telling me
yeah,
appearing like you have money
it's
is
more
better,
important. Yes.
is important. What do you think about that, C?
Of course, of course, of course. Look at you, the
Hold on,
shirt.
hold
Wait,
on.
wait, 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 wait. You see the shirt you are wearing right now? The shirt you are wearing right now, it's not ironed. If you took a picture in that shirt you are wearing right now and you posted it as your profile on a dating app, most girls will not reach back to you. But if
That's
you
true.
change that shirt and you wear a nice button-up shirt with a suit, and you are
Okay,
wearing a
that's
nice
true.
Cartier glasses. When we met C, look at the swag he was carrying. It would be very hard for a girl to turn him down. All I'm just saying is you don't need to give the money to the girl, but if you have clout and you have swag in how you appear, you look clean, and you have the perception of money, they'll follow you easy. So if it's hard for you to attract girls, then look at your appearance, because appearance really speaks. As men, we like to downplay appearance, but it really, really, really speaks. Let me give you another example.
Hold
This
on.
light
Somebody has a
behind me.
question.
Last one. This
Go
light
ahead.
behind me. The light is supposed to make this my video looks good. But without saying anything, if someone sees this video, they know that I am a content creator because I have a bigger light than the normal person. So already I'm not saying much with my background, but this light alone is telling whoever is watching that I am maybe a content creator or I know something about video creation, right? It's the same with women.
Okay. Elon, is this, you said you have a question?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, introduce yourself, Elon.
I don't think I really need an introduction. I'm the only one everybody knows me.
Okay. What's your question, Elon?
Hey, that's
I was
dope.
like, what if you just take your photo in front of like a car that's not yours?
That
You
works.
think you can
People
get
do that.
by?
Yep, yep. People have rented cars to go and chase women, and it works for them. It works.
Okay, see, what do you have to say about
But it
this?
depends on where you are in life, though. If you are 40 years, getting to 40 like me, you don't need to do that. But if you are in your young 20s, getting to 30s, it's allowed.
Hold
But for
on.
me, if you are older, you shouldn't do that. Yeah,
Doc feels like you're living in 2008.
really.
Hold on, see, give your opinion. I know you have something to say. You've been holding it back. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I think problem is GK said, a lot of dudes aren't self-aware of their image and like their style. They don't stand out from the crowd. And like young Bull said, like in front of somebody's car. I think a lot of dudes' problems is they don't try hard enough,
No,
as in like they don't know how to like, you know, just make themselves look good or look appealing. Or some guys try hard. Like it comes off as fake and gives women, you know,
yeah.
self love.
So, Doc
So
says that works for one day, maybe.
What, style and image?
Acting like you're rich, I guess.
no, it's not really acting
Hold
like you're rich.
on. Let's
Carrying,
see it finish for a second.
it's like carrying yourself in a certain way, like
Yeah.
the way it's your identity. It says
Mm-hmm.
something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't just walk around in sandals and shorts everywhere you go.
No,
That's that's to the world, you know.
So Doc has something to say to that. See, he says dudes shouldn't have to try hard enough. You're it or you're not.
that is my problem. Okay, you are it or you are not.
GK is
But you
taking
see,
this personal.
no, 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 no. I am because you know why? You know why? You
He
know
said,
why?
"I."
You know why? I wasn't always this confident. I wasn't always this self-aware. I wasn't always this articulate. I wasn't always this able to talk. So Doc says you are it or not. What if you are not? I am assuming that majority of the people on this life are not. And my job is to help them become it. If I
Okay,
assume that
okay.
majority of this life are it, then why will I be on this life? Because then I'll be talking to I'm not talking to C because I know he has swag, he has everything already. What am I coming to advise him about? But my job is to help the person who is not to become it. Does that
That's
make
very true.
sense? I am married, right? I have a wife. If I don't know certain things about becoming a husband or becoming a dad, I have to go and learn it. But imagine if I become that and then I start talking like Doc, as if that the person who doesn't know it is a failure in life. I can't have that attitude. Now that
You
I've
know what?
become
I'm gonna interject though, because I feel like with Elon in his situation, you guys have to put it to a point. Yeah, cleaning himself up, wearing nice clothes, smelling good's nice.
Fake
But
it
when
till
you
you
tell him
make
to
it.
start acting like something he's not, this is where things start getting a little murky, right? So you're saying post pictures of stuff that's not yours, doing stuff that you're not
no,
actually
relax.
doing.
No, relax. Loki, the question came
Hold
from
on.
the
I'm just
dating app.
saying.
No, relax. We are dealing
It
with
may
two different
look
things.
good.
No, 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 relax. We are talking about two different things. Doc asked about dating apps. He said it's different on dating apps. You see, Doc said dating apps.
He did say dating
Elon,
apps.
yeah, Elon's question is different. I told Elon to relax and chill. He's too young to even get there. So I'll not tell Elon the same things, the conversation I'm having with Doc's question. Does that make sense? The conversation I'm having, I'm thinking about people like C and different people who are older. I will not say the same
Even for
thing
older
to
people, that
Edith.
still goes.
No, there are times you have to fake it till you make it. Do
Oh
you know
my
how many times
God.
I got, let me tell you, I got a contract.
Woo.
I got $100,000 contract to furnish a hotel, right? I had not done that before. I was an interior designer. The highest contract I got was $1,000. But when I went for this meeting, they asked me, "Have you done this before?" I said yes. They said, "Show us what you have done." Do you know what I did? I found a hotel that had nice furnishing. And I contacted the interior designer of that hotel. And I told the interior designer that I'm going to pitch for a job. If I get it, I want to do it with you. Would you give me permission to use your images to go and show them as
GK, I
proof
like
of
what you're
concept?
saying.
One
In
second, one second,
business is
one
different.
second,
Talk
one
about
second, one
women
second,
though.
one
Talk
second.
about women.
1 second. So when I did that, it gave me confidence. I won the contract. When it comes to women,
Thank you.
who
Go
am
be
I
women.
talking to? Who am I giving the advice to? Am I giving the advice to the 12-year-old or am I giving the advice to Doc, who is older? Who are we addressing here?
I think it just goes both ways in terms of if a
No, it
man's
doesn't
trying
go
to
both ways. An advice for
pretend.
a 12-year-old is different from an advice for a 19-year-old. It doesn't go both ways.
Regardless, you said fake it till you make it. Whether it's for Elon or Doc, I don't think that's the way to go about getting a woman. What do you think,
Listen,
C?
look at what Doc
Hold
said.
on, let C say something.
No,
What do
no,
you
no, no.
think,
Look,
C?
no, look at what Doc said. He said, "Go and close the door. I'm on live. Go." Doc
I
said
understand,
he finds women at old school events. A 12-year-old doesn't have a old school classmates to even go to old school events. That's what I mean.
Okay,
but
C,
like,
what do you think about fake it till you make it?
yeah, like
Sometimes, not all the time.
meant by like you didn't have the qualification, but you still applied yourself and went that
Yes.
experience. That
Yes.
work,
Hustling. Yeah, that's hustling.
yeah, like that comes out into the world and meeting women as a young man. You're
Mm.
not gonna those beautiful women. You have to try. You by yourself. You still have to show up. You
Mm-hmm.
can't you can't say, "Oh, the world sucks. I'm not that guy." You have to become that guy with experience, with with not knowing.
So Big Licks has a question right here. He says, "What's the best place to approach women?"
Nah,
Go-
don't approach women. Come on. If you are that guy, women will come to you. Listen, we need to talk about how
You're
to
really funny,
become that
GK.
guy. We need
He
to
said,
really
"Don't
talk about
approach women."
don't. If you really become self-aware, if you really become emotionally intelligent, if you take time to read a lot of books,
What's
take
wrong
time
with
to
approaching
travel,
women, though? I've
because
had
you are
success in my life approaching women.
you are doing it on the deficit side. When you approach
Uh,
women, you are doing it on the deficit side. The woman has the upper hand. If the woman is the one approaching you, you are on an upper hand.
That's very true.
Your confidence is different. And the best relationships are the ones the woman wants to talk to you. The woman is excited to be in your presence. The
Can
woman
I
is
say
the
something,
one
though? Can I please
talking
say
to you.
something?
Okay, that's fine.
Sometimes she may not know. Sometimes you have to go up to her and introduce yourself for her to know she wants you. It's like a
Yes.
pair of shoes.
Yes.
You might
True.
walk by the store, you didn't go in, but if someone brings you in there, hey, you might like these pair of shoes.
True. True. True.
but
But not
most
all the
guys,
time.
What do you think, C?
I think most guys who are saying, "How do I approach women?" They're coming at the word like, "I'm lacking something. I want
Yes.
something." I don't like guys who. That's a
Hold on, see, your
That's
mic is really cutty.
my fault. Yeah, like a lot of guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, a lot of guys have this energy where they walk around where they just want something from women, and it's not attractive. It's like
Mm.
kind of like energy, kind of like a desperate energy.
Yes.
So
So I
what do
think
you go ahead?
letting the woman choose you and just working on yourself to where you have a flow of beautiful women approaching you, it's better.
But you have to put
Yes.
yourself out there though. See, you can't just say, "All right, women come to me." and
How do
just
you put yourself out there?
stand in a corner.
How do you put yourself out there?
Is that true?
I
Hold on,
mean,
let me
yeah,
talk to see. Is that true, OC? Can you just say women come to me and stand in a corner with
yes,
money in
bro.
your pocket?
Bro, you know how that works? Flow of you being around other men, strong men. It's not about just wanting woman. It has to do with the world respecting you. That's when the woman will come. When they see other men interacting with you. They
Hmm.
see other interacting with you.
So you're
They see
putting yourself out there, though. You're not standing in a corner.
oh hell no. Nothing comes when you stand in the corner. Money
That's what I'm
doesn't.
saying, but we know a lot of people who think that. I'm just gonna get all this stuff, and then wait, where are the why? I know a lot of people like that, actually.
They're not on their purpose.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, Elon, what do you have to say? Go ahead. Do you have a question?
No, I don't got a question. I'm just saying I don't think women matter too much. Or for
Mm,
me, it'd be girls because I'm still little. But I think it's more as if you have the right mindset, you know?
hmm.
Eh,
So, what do you mean by the right mindset?
like I know a lot of people do like all that underage vaping and stuff. Like keep your normal self and get good grades and stuff, I guess.
Okay. So,
Don't get in the wrong crowd of people.
what type of women would you like to attract in your life, Elon, or
None
girl?
of them. I think they just take your money.
What do you guys have to give some advice to Elon?
I think you're a smart guy, bro, but I think you should just respect women and be friends with them,
Mm,
and eventually you'll attract the right ones when you don't want anything from them and you
okay.
more towards them.
So Doc's coming to my defense.
Aha.
He said, "You don't do what you enjoy. Loki does what he loves and attracts." Facts, Loki. That's what I mean, right? So I'm not just gonna stand in a corner and say, "Yo, why are women not?" But you're right. See, that goes into you doing your purpose, of course, right?
Yeah, it's not all about women. Like,
It's
when
not.
you're on your purpose, you attract men too. A lot of dudes, they're just focused on chasing women instead of attracting every woman come with abundance of attracting everything.
Doc says, "Elon, facts. Gotta help me, right?" So you think, what do you think's the best way for him to go about navigating through girls right now, GK?
Why should he go through girls right now? He should. There's a lot to do in life at all. He should enjoy being, because today is the last day of him being what he is today. Like it will never come again, you know. And being 12 will come and go. So me, I don't think he should even be thinking about girls or women at this age. He should be thinking about experiences, trying to see what he can do, learn, find a mentor. He should be in apprenticeships, find somebody who he can go out on a weekend with every day, whether it's
Mm,
fishing, someone who can teach him how to fish, someone who can teach him how to be a good man, someone who can teach him how to be strong mentally, someone who can teach him what it means to be self-aware, what it means to be emotionally intelligent man, someone who can teach him how to fight, how to
mm,
how to stand for himself, someone who can teach him how to speak, and when he speaks, every room will shake. He needs a mentor
that's
who will
good.
take him through stuff now, not girls. Like
That's
he
really
shouldn't
true.
even be there are two things he shouldn't be thinking about right now: girls and money. Those are two dangerous things. That's not required for him now at this age. He should look for a mentor who will teach him the intangibles of life. There are certain things in life, if you don't know at certain age, you can't do much, like patience, like integrity, like being
Wow.
loyal to a friend,
That's really good advice.
like being thoughtful. You've not heard from somebody, like the LA fires are happening. There are some people who reach out to me and say, "Yo, we had a fire in LA. Are you okay?" That's thoughtfulness. Those things, some don't have parents to teach them, but you need a mentor, a friend who will teach you some of these things. So Elon he's a kid. He should take time and just enjoy being a kid. You will not have that time again. I wish I was a kid to redo everything again. So don't rush to become us, because when you get to us, you will wish you were you were 12 years old. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't be in a hurry to grow up. When I was young, my mom said the same to me. She said, don't be in a hurry to grow up. I was looking at her like, what are you telling me? But now I'm old and I understand it. I know what it means. I can't believe that I'm about to be 40. I cannot believe. But inside, I feel like I'm 22. Like, what? You mean I'm an old man now? I can't fool around. I can't sit down and watch girls' ass and then be
You're
commenting on it.
silly,
Like,
GK.
can you imagine? I'm
We
suddenly 40 years old. That if I do something, someone will point it out to me and say, look at you, 40-year-old man behaving like an 18-year-old. Like, when
we
did
have
I
a new
become this old?
question. But let's see you go on this one first. Because we both, all three of us, we have both surpassed the age of 20.
Yeah.
Big Lick says, what should a man do when he turns 20?
Nice, nice.
That's a good
Uh,
question.
when you turn 20, I think you should let go of childish habits.
Mm,
I turn a new leaf as far as just certain addictions, certain people that are surrounded.
Lady,
what do you have to say, GK? He said see, he wants you to hold your mic closer.
fetch me water. You guys close the door for me, okay?
Hear me?
So when you, so you
Hold
remember
on,
I
let's see
said,
fix his mic for a second. Can you put it closer?
Is it better now?
It
yeah, it's
should
better.
be.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, what do you think? What should a man do when he turns 20, GK?
So life is combined in 10s. 10-year-old, 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 50 and 60. If you are lucky in life, if you are lucky and you are fortunate, you live to 70 or above. But you don't have that luxury. You can go anytime. God can call you anytime. So here is what I did. 10 years, enjoyed life, walked through life. In my 20s, when at the moment I became 20 years old, moving forward, I went to find a mentor. Even though I was in school, I
Mm,
was constantly going out on vacations, on weekends, on everything. I'll go out to mentors and go and hang around their workplace just to see what they are doing. Because that's when I was trying to find my interest, what I wanted to do in life. So you use your 20s to find what you want to do in life and follow mentors around so they can teach you life skills you will not know, like negotiations. What's the difference between charging between $1 million and someone charging $5,000 for the same thing? Only
that's
a mentor
good.
can
What is
teach
the
you that.
difference?
The difference is confidence. The difference in oratory.
I like that.
If
That's
you
good
know,
information.
you become confident, and also being able
Mm,
to being able to articulate your thoughts is very hard. Thinking and speaking what you are thinking are two different things. So you can learn oratory in your 20s, like learning how to speak eloquently. And that can come from reading books, that can come from traveling, that can come from saving money enough to attend conferences and network and meet people. And then I married exactly on my 30th birthday. That's when I became a husband. And from 30 till now, I've been a father, traveled the world. I have 4 kids now. Now, in my 40, I'm not about to build my legacy. I'm about to find one thing and focus on that till I die.
wow.
So I just drew the life plan for you. When you're 10 years old, enjoy life. When you're 20 years, find something, figure out what you want to do, find a mentor, travel the world, see everything. So you have 20 years to 30, that's 10 years to figure out all of that. Learn a skill. In my
Wow.
20s, I learned how to be a videographer, I learned how to be a filmmaker, I learned how to be a journalist, I learned how to do photography and all of that. I've done all of that. I made some money. Then in my 30s, I was a dad and a husband, taking care
Mm,
of my kids, traveled the world still, moved to different countries. I'm about to be 40. I'm about to build a company that I can hand over to my kids and their
Wow.
kids and their kids and their kids. I have 4 kids. It is my wish to build a company for all my children so that when they are 18 years old, they have a business in their name. So that's what I'm about to do. So it's a simple life plan. Don't stress it. Don't. But the very important part is in the 20s, finding a mentor who will teach you confidence, who will teach you about girls, who will teach you about self-awareness, who will teach you about discernment. Discernment is very important. How do you know who to be friends with? Like this, two men or three boys can walk into a room. How do you discern and know who has a good spirit and who doesn't have a good spirit? How do you know which friend will bring you trouble or
That's true.
which friend you should be very close with and which friend should you be cordial with and say, "Hi, good morning, how are you?" And which
Let
one
me
can you go to their house and eat? Those
let
are
me
very important.
let me allow Doc to interject here. He says 20 is a good year to find your alone self. Time to grow from square one.
Mhm.
And he kind of agrees with you a little bit. And Doc says you don't hit your stride till you're 30, right? So you were kind of saying like in your 20s you want to travel and figure out what you're good at, and then in 30, right? So Elon has
Yeah.
a question. He says, "What do you consider a mentor?" Because he is
Loki,
young. Huh? What'd you say?
answer that question.
Which one? What do you consider a mentor?
Nah, what do you do when you turn 20?
What do you do when you turn 20? What is my take on that? I feel
Mm-hmm.
like when you turn 20, that's time. I kind of agreed with what you said a little bit, see? Like it's time to like let go of the past a little bit, let go of old people, old habits, right? But it's also, I'm gonna say this because it's something I did. It's time to take a risk, right? Staying in your hometown's not a risk, right? Messing with the same people, the same girls you've been with is not a risk. I feel like 20 is a time to like, what's something that like I need to take a risk on? Because as the years go by, you're not gonna have that same like daredevil feeling. At 19, 20, C will tell you, we felt like we could jump off a bridge and we wouldn't get hurt. But as you keep going on and getting older, your risk tolerance like decreases.
That's good.
You know,
That's good looking. That's good.
so just take a risk. And
That's
I'm
good.
23 right now. I'm getting ready to take another risk. C's been taking risks all year. Go ahead, C. Explain some of the risks you've been taking for the past 365 days.
Yeah, so like I agree. Like taking risk as you get older, you kind of lose that drive to keep taking risks.
Mm,
So you got to keep going, like just upgrading your life, just putting yourself in new circles, yourself in new environments. You know, the more you keep that a habit, the more you'll see your life start to change. But you also have to separate your old friends.
separate.
Yeah, like your old friends, your old habits, what you thought was success before. So yeah, comes with a lot of pain as well.
Okay. Hi, Annie. We have Annie here, one of my new mods. Hello, Annie. Right? Okay,
Hey,
guys. Okay, Elon had to check out, guys. He of course he's younger, so he can't be on here too long, right? So, now I want to pivot to a point cuz we've been talking a lot about how to get women. A man who doesn't have one, right? Let's talk about for the men that do have one. How can you tell if the current girl you're with is the right woman for you? Let's let GK start there.
It depends on where you are in life, you know. When I went to my when I went to my mentor to ask about that same question, I was getting ready to become a husband.
Mm,
Uh, so if you are, let's say you are, you know, like I said earlier on, relationships will teach you how to deal with women. So the fact that you are in a relationship doesn't mean you are ready to become a husband or become a father. So if you are dating or being in a relationship to gather information and learn about yourself and learn about women, you shouldn't be asking that question now because what you are doing is research. You know, you are just learning you are just playing the game actually. So it's early to be asking that question. But let's just say that you've gone through life and you are currently at a place where you are, say, 35 or even 32 or even 29 or 28, and you think you are ready to become a husband. That is when you start asking these questions and say, how can I know if this woman will be a wife to me?
Mm.
But I don't think that, unless you are trying to find a wife, I don't think you should be asking that question if it's just a girlfriend, because girlfriends are for research purposes. You are learning how to be with another human being that is not a man. So it's research.
Wow.
You are learning the process of how a man will deal with a woman respectfully, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, and intellectually.
What do you think about that, C?
Yeah, like I'm not in a relation. I'm not. I don't have a girlfriend, but I believe in relationships as a young man. Like GK said, just dealing with women for experience. I think that's what you should dedicate your life to till you find what you like, what you flavor is, what your tribe is.
Yep.
You try different things and learn from women, learn from people. You know.
I like this, C. So now it's, of course, you two both know, if anybody didn't know, I'm in a relationship, right?
Mhm.
See, do you think having a girl come in to be your girlfriend is something that will be a positive for your life, personally, your life, or a negative? What do you think?
Uh,
That's an easy question. See, let me answer for you.
No,
Of,
I knew he
of
was gonna
course,
do that.
of
Let
course
him
of
answer.
course there's positive and negative in everything. Of course, there's positive in everything. The one thing we downplay is that the right woman, most women have vision. They have foresight. That's a gift God gave women. Women can see into the future and know what will happen to you in the future. Unfortunately, most women do not tap into that gift, so they don't utilize it. That's one of the most important aspects of a woman. There are some women, when they come into your life, they can go and sleep and have a dream and tell you what will happen in the next 2 years about your life,
That's for real.
So
Yo,
so it's a plus. Like there are pluses of having a girlfriend, But
that's real.
the most important thing is dating women as an experience. The fact
Uh,
that a woman is good to
Hold
you
on
doesn't
though.
mean
I
she's your
need you to be
wife.
more personal for
One
C's
second.
situation.
1 second. The fact that a woman, you are dating a girl, or you go into a relationship and the girl is good to you, or that's all the best thing, doesn't mean that she's supposed to be your life partner.
Mm,
So if you gather all the information you've gotten from girls and in your relationships, and you
mm.
look at where you want to go to, then you sit down and make the conclusion and say, is it time for me to be a husband? If it's not time for you, don't no pressure. Don't put
But
any
just
pressure
because
on you.
she's not gonna be your wife, like you said, doesn't mean she can't benefit your life.
That's why I'm just saying that, like, you
That's what
guys
I
can
said.
build so many things together. You can
So hold
most
on, hold
most
on.
most
I want you to
girlfriends are
tailor
business
it.
partners. Actually,
I want you
most
to tailor
girlfriends.
it to his situation. He's traveling a lot.
Okay, 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 cool, cool,
He's
cool. Let's see.
traveling a lot. He's building a business.
Mm-hmm.
Is a girlfriend something that will be a positive thing for his life, or is it a distraction and negative? See, answer this. What do you think for your situation?
I'm a leader, so any person I come around or I have around will be positive.
Mm,
But things can get out of hand when you miss misplacing the role of a girlfriend. That's why I say I like ships, because I like my space. I like boundaries.
Yep.
Um, I think there's positives and negatives, so I couldn't really tell you, but all I can do is just become a better man, become a better husband, become a better father before.
wow.
Before it actually happens.
So Doc says women can't see shit in the future. They don't know what they want for lunch.
Dog, which women have you been handling? Which women have you been? Which kind of women have you been dealing with that are not spiritual enough to see in the future? You need to change the kind of women you are hanging out with. But like, not all of them, but some do. Some can. Yeah, not everybody, but of course, yeah, of course,
But
not
I feel
everybody.
a lot of women these days, they feel like they can just show up and they think a relationship is just about like sex and affection. So I understand where he's coming from. You know, a lot of guys doing all this work to like get the woman, and the women are doing no work to keep the guy. They're
Mm,
doing no work to add to the guy. That's the dilemma.
But you know
okay.
what's happening? The issue too is that a lot of women, a lot of really good women are hidden. They are in their homes. They don't go out. They don't go anywhere. They are always just sleeping and they don't step out. So you don't get to see them anywhere to even go and talk to them, you know. They are not on dating apps, they are not on any platform. But the few people who are out there on dating platforms, who are going for events and all of that, they are the ones we are exposed to, and they are the loudest on the internet. So it's just like everybody is dating a small pool of women, and the attitude are the same in that small pool of women. But
I
there's
agree.
truly good women who are great wives. They are not outside. They are hidden. Majority are living just like always indoor, always busy indoor. You don't see them. They don't even have time to go and do their hair or
Wow.
nail or nothing. They are just constantly out
So how do
inside.
you get to them then?
It's prayers. I mean, if you are God, if God wants you to meet, that's why I'm saying take your time. Don't rush it. Because if you
Wow.
rush into a relationship you're not supposed to be in, you regret it. But if God wants you to be with somebody, He will find a way for you guys to meet. Maybe the day the girl decides to go out to the bank, that's when you two decide to go to the bank, and
That's crazy.
serendipity will work, and you guys cross paths. But sometimes I met my wife at a wedding, and it wasn't. I used to film weddings for a living, but that day I was not filming the wedding. Someone said, "Since you are not working today, let's go and attend my friend's wedding." I said, "Oh, I'm always at wedding. Where should I go?" I went to that wedding and I met my wife. Serendipity, you know. But my wife was not going anywhere. She
I
doesn't have
like that.
social media. She's always indoors, taking care of her cousins and all of that. But I met her at a wedding and now she's my wife. So if God
Wow.
wants you to meet, but before I met my wife, I was dating baddies, I was dating IG models, I was dating queen, what. But the contrast between my wife and the people I dated are it's like day and night. You see, so my wife is one of those people who came out that day and I met her, and by God's grace, we are married. So if
That's
God
beautiful.
wants you to meet your wife, serendipity will happen. How did it when the wedding canceled, the wedding I was supposed to go to, they canceled, and I was mad that, oh, why did they cancel on this wedding? Not knowing God was canceling the wedding for me to go to another wedding to meet my wife, but I didn't
That's
understand it from
amazing.
that way. Yeah.
What do you
Yeah, I
think
agree.
about that, C?
My best it felt like divine. It felt aligned. It
Wait,
felt
which
like
one?
I said my best relationships felt like I already knew them as soon as we met. It felt
Mm-hmm.
like they were looking for me and I was looking for them my whole
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people just run around looking for a girlfriend, looking for, and
Nah.
it's never fulfilling.
Yeah.
Doc says, first, Bigelow says GK got the one. Doc says dude is leaning on serendipity.
Yeah, in my
Okay.
case, yeah, it worked for me. In my case, it worked for me. But the aside the serendipity, I was with my friend, and my friend knew my wife. My friend knew my wife. I said, "Oh, I know that girl. Don't you know her?" So I said, "Tell me more about her." And my friend gave me the rundown. I said, "This is one of the girls you can marry today. I'll bet my life on her. She's this, she's that, she's this, she's this." And then I said, my friend vouched for it. So I didn't just lean on serendipity and say, oh, I found one. Here I am. I'm running to go and marry her. No, I did my homework. Everybody cleared her. They said she's legit. We don't know any bad thing about her. She's always at home. This. So that's what
Wait,
I'm
so
saying.
I'm gonna be honest. You
Yeah.
keep saying
Mm-hmm.
she's always at home, she's in
Yeah.
home, she's
Yeah.
indoors.
Yeah.
Why is that so vital? Why is that a
Because
vital characteristic
we've
trait?
seen what happens when girls are outside. We see what happens when girls go on a girls trip. We all know what happens when girls go to the strippers club and the nightclubs and then they are out and it's crazy when they go to the summer event and they are in Miami and we know what happens in Miami. No. We know what happens when girls are outside. You don't want to pick a wife from a girl who is outside. You want
Mm,
a girl who is not exposed because there's something called an overexposure. One thing I find in America
wow,
is a lot of American girls are overexposed. You see, a 20-year-old or a 22-year-old or a 25-year-old has experienced everything in life. So you
that's
can't show
so
her
true.
anything. You can't show her anything. And when you meet a lady and the vibes are all right, and you are able to explore the world together, you're able to even vibe about things, and it's not like you are showing off, but you are just happy to explore things together, and there's that genuineness, and there's that first time experience of stuff, it makes it really fun. But if you've met a girl who has been on private jets, she's been on yachts, she's slept in a $100 million house in Bel Air. You have not even been to Beverly Hills. So what are you going to show her? Like there's
Mm,
nothing exciting there because she's overexposed. That's one thing I find here. That's why I keep
I
saying
like
she's
that
always at home. She's
overexposure,
always at
huh?
home because most girls are outside. She's had every month. She sat in all the cars. If you rent a truck, an Escalade to take her on a date, she did that when she was in high school. So you're not doing anything new to her. You know, if you go and rent a big car to take her on, like you do a big wedding and you rent a huge car to take her, she did that when she was in fifth grade. Like there's overexposure going on currently, and most women have seen it all.
Wow. What
They've
do you
seen it
think about that,
all.
C?
So
That's
it's
actually,
good.
I like overexposure. Touch on that, C. What do you think about that? Because you went from a place of America and now you're in Asia, correct? So do you
Yeah,
think overexposure is in Asia as well?
yeah. Like comparison is joy. You know they say that. So
The thief of
a lot
joy. Hmm.
compare you to a lot of things that they've done or seen, and they'll never be satisfied with you. So
Hmm.
that's why it's important to have a woman that's a little more conservative with her energy.
Hmm.
You know,
Wow.
so I agree.
Yep.
Wow. So
Like I
why do
said,
you think? Oh, keep going, keep going.
your best relationship is when the woman is searching for you. Like I'm a conservative guy, believe it
Hmm.
or not. So I
Yeah.
like a woman also doing the same thing, waiting for the right guy, waiting for the right person. You
Hmm.
know,
Yep.
So now let's touch on something right now, right? Because me and
Hmm.
C we grew up in a different generation, right? Why do you think
Yeah.
guys around our age are drawn towards the faster type of girls?
No, bro. There's nothing new under the sun, bro. Before the girls you're talking about, those in 10 years ago were doing even worse than this. You think you are seeing us, bro? They were doing more than this. Do you think BBL started today? No, they started injecting themselves. The women of yesteryears were injecting themselves. They didn't need a doctor. They were putting things in themselves to have big asses. They were wearing pads and things. Like there's nothing new under the sun.
Mm.
It's just that the too much of everything is bad. And also you have to know who you are. Like C said earlier on, you have to be self-aware. You have to know the family you come from, you know. I am the firstborn of three boys. You see, all my uncles are drunkards and womanizers and Casanovas and all of that. So because I know where I'm coming from, the family I'm coming from, I have to act different because whatever I do, I'll just become like my uncles and my family members. So I can't just go out there and just go and be chasing anything. But the good thing is, I was able to listen to my mentor. My mentor said, bodies and IG models are for fun. And then you just move on. You don't go and fall in love with a hoe trying to make her a wife. So leave her
Okay,
in
hold
her
on. So
environment.
how can you determine when that girl is a promiscuous woman?
But you already know before you went
Hold
close to
on. Some people might not know.
then you've not done your homework. You are not ready to become serious with her. If you are ready to be serious, you will do the needed work. That is, it is on
So what are
you.
some signs that she's a promiscuous woman?
Bro, it is on you to do your homework. It is on you to ask so many of your boys what they think if she's wife. It's on you. It's on you to pray to God, to ask God, is this my wife? Like it's on you to do
Wow.
your research. It's on you to go and find who her parents are, who she is, who is her uncle.
Her parents matter.
Yeah, if she told you she grew up in Alabama, you can't just go and marry a girl without going to find her roots in Alabama.
So do you think what a woman's mom is a good indicator of what she'll be?
Of course. When I was young,
He said, of course.
my mom said to me that it's very important to marry from a family where the parents of the woman are educated. And I told my mom, oh, that's this thing, that's old mentality. But now that I'm old and I'm married, it makes perfect sense. You know why? Because a certain level of education makes arguments minimal.
That's
Sometimes,
true.
sometimes the two people, the wife and the husband, are arguing about spiritual stuff or physical stuff. Then they go to the in-laws. Because the in-laws are not educated, they don't even know what the argument is about. But some form of education will let's just say that the in-laws, one is a psychologist, a therapist, and then the other in-law is an analyst, financial analyst. And then you take your issue to such in-laws. Oh, your daughter is doing this and this and that, and the dad is a therapist, chances are the dad will be able to analyze the situation and be logical. And if the daughter is wrong, he will not be emotional about the situation. He will say, even though you are my daughter, your husband is right. And I'm being logical. The mom will say, even though you are my daughter, your husband is right in this case because
Wow.
this and this and this and this makes sense. But if you marry or you go into a relationship with a woman who probably doesn't come from a home where the parents are educated or don't have a certain level of education, the conversation you take to them or the argument you take to them, the chances of them approaching it from an emotional side is high because you say, this is my daughter, she's
Wow.
right.
We needed to hear that. That was good information.
This is my daughter, she's right. Without analyzing the thing psychologically of metaphors, like she will just listen and take the side of the daughter. But because there's no education there, it makes the decision just biased. Does that make sense?
Okay. See,
But
what do you think?
when my mom said that, I thought my mom was being old school. But
Can I
now
can I can I
I
interject?
agree.
So C, me and C had this conversation a little while ago, and he said to me,
Mhm.
he's tired of messing with girls in a lower class. I think you were kind of talking about that a little bit, right, GK?
Because because we get to a point where you have to be honest with yourself. If I am fleeing this to come here, why will I get here and try to go back to her and fleeing again?
Wait, say that one more time.
If
Explain
I am
that
trying to
differently.
get away from this, if I'm trying to get here, if I was born here and I'm trying
Yes,
to get better, and then finally I get better here, why do I have to go back here and stay here again?
that's very true.
You have You have to go where you are appreciated. Some families don't have arguments. Some families don't have quarrels. Some families don't have drama because there's a certain level of education that allows logic thinking. There's a certain level of self awareness that makes people don't even get to a certain part of argumentation.
I'm grateful for this conversation, man. This is what do you think about this, C? Because me and you have spoke about this, but now hearing GK lay down the wisdom behind it for us. What do you think so far?
Yeah, I agree. Like, um, going backwards, you'll never be appreciated as a man by just trying to pull a woman from the dirt up
Damn,
who doesn't come from a good upbringing, good reasoning skills. You'll just never be appreciated. It'll never be peace. You know.
wow, wow. It's funny how GK talks on that topic. Me and you were just speaking about that. Literally, what was it? 4 months ago or something? Last time we were in person,
Yeah.
right? So my thing is though, let's say between me and you, C, let's say in your instance, let's just say either one of us we like a girl and she may not come from the same background as us, right? Or was raised differently. If what do you believe you have to take love into account, or do you have to just say screw the love, like this isn't gonna work
I
logistically?
I think there's more to love, just feelings like
Mm,
arousal. I think love is like matching your energy, matching your fly, matching your mindset, matching
wow,
relating same music, you know? People forget about those things, you know? So I feel like
that was nice, C.
that's all that is your culture, you know.
Will you give a woman? Let's say, would you give her the opportunity to get on the same wavelength as you, though? Or you just
Why?
want one that's already on the same wavelength?
Why?
DK said, "Why?"
Why are we trying to get on the same wavelength? You know that if why do I need my equal to be in a relationship with me? The whole is the yin and the yang, you know? You're supposed to be balancing each other. You know, what I don't have, you have. My wife has a computer science degree. My wife is the one who teach my kids, who does the
Wow,
homework for my kids, you know? Do you know how hard a third grade math is? Yo, my kids' homework, I will embarrass myself. I can't do it. But my wife does it. What I can do, she will do. Does that make sense? If we are home
that's
and
really good.
we hear a knock on the door at 12 a.m., I will rush to the door. I'll tell my wife to stay back. So why am I trying to bring my wife on the same wavelength? Yin and the yang. Find someone who compliments you. Go where you're appreciated. It's not like a competition, you know? It is only in America where I've seen most women trying to outdo their men. Most of the time, when you go elsewhere, like the woman says, yes, I have these qualities, you have these qualities. Let's use that to build a home. So there's no need. There are some people who don't even need much, you know, they're okay with $50,000 a year. If that's what we make, let's enjoy it. Let's be grateful. Take care of our family. But in some families, some women want to be on the same level as the man. And unfortunately, in American society, they are trying to indoctrinate the men to see it as normal. So you find most women trying to rub shoulders with their husbands and trying to see their husbands as their friends or as their colleagues. That's not right.
Okay,
No.
see, so what do you think about that? You're not interested in helping someone get on your wavelength. You want someone who's ready to go.
Think about it like this, bro. When me and you are out and we're doing our thing, bro, we're successful because we have our own skill sets, but we complement each other. We don't have to talk about it.
Nah. Yep.
But when we're with other people, it's like we got to tell them, yo, stop doing this, do that, present yourself in this way. It doesn't really work. It doesn't really flow. So with a
Mm.
woman, it should just flow. It should just like complement you, like yin and yang,
Yep.
yin and yang.
Yep.
So you
A lot
don't
of,
care
Flow.
if you like her. That goes out the window.
I mean, it's about what you like. Well, I love when compliments me. She just gets me. Love when I just understand them. I just get them.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Bringing somebody on your wavelength is too much work.
it
How
is.
can I explain to you, Doctor? Like if I type and I send you an iMessage and you're on Android and the green bubbles, how can I explain that to you? Like it's too much
No way,
work.
you just that's a great example. He's
Yeah, like it's just
It's
too much work. How am I explaining spending money on a lunch date? Like I just spent $500 meeting someone at lunch because an opportunity can come in the next 2 months and we need to nurture that relationship. And you think that I just spent $500 on sushi in 1 day and you are
that's a
mad,
great
you're
point.
angry. Like, how can I explain that to you? You know? How can I explain to you that we need money to make money? So I need to spend certain amount of money to go and pay someone to learn certain things, and you're like, nah, I need to like bringing someone to your level is too much work. But when you meet someone and you guys flow effortless, you don't have to say certain things. Like things just flow. Come on, it's one of the best. It's one of the best relationships you can be in. You are not
So you
trying
don't
to.
like so you guys don't like butting heads with your woman, right?
It's too much stress, bro. Don't you like peace of mind? Like, don't you want to just chill and just not have to worry? Like having to be in a relationship where there's constant argument, there's constant misunderstanding is unnecessary. Even in the animal kingdom, they try not to do that because there'll be too much chaos. So why are you being with a lady who is constantly either trying to make you have an argument or things are not working? And another thing is most men are afraid to move on,
Yo,
because
GK
of
is just
lack.
trying to give the wisdom out today.
It's because of lack, the lack mentality. Whatever
Or what if
you
the
are
man
afraid to lose, you'll
what if he
be.
loves the girl? You don't care.
Bro, whatever you are afraid to lose, you will always be in lack of.
mm,
If I'm holding $100 and I'm afraid to lose the $100, I'll always need $100. So if I'm afraid to lose the girl, I'll always be in need of girls. I'll always find a trouble having girls because I cling on to that one girl. Oh my God, I love her. Oh my, love is fleeting. Come on.
So you
Today
don't
you're
believe
happy.
in loyalty.
Loyalty. Well, if I tell you, a lady, that I love you, right? And we are in a relationship, and then I have money like $1,000, and I tell you that I have $1,000, but I don't have anything to do with it, so I'll keep the thousand, I'll save it somewhere. Then you, the girl, come and tell me that, oh, I need $1,000. My mom is sick, and we need to rush her to the hospital right now. Can you help me? Meanwhile, I told you 2 days ago that I have $1,000 I don't have any use for, and I'm saving it in the bank. And the girl comes and tells me that, oh, her mom is sick. She needs money to take care of her mom. If I don't give her some of that $1,000 to take care of her mom, I am not being loyal. But if I give the money to her, I give some of the money to her to take care of her mom. That's loyalty. Loyalty is action, it's not talk. Loyalty is action. If she comes and says, yo, my back is paining me every day, I've been experiencing this back pain for 10 years. And you, the boyfriend, you know that you have money that you can spare, like you have change, you have extra money you can give her to go and do massage or check her back. And you've not done it, or if you do it, that is loyalty because you are in a relationship with a person, you are thinking about their well being. So your loyalty is not saying that, oh, because I love this girl, oh, I'm even if it will not work, I'll not move on. You are blocking your own chance. You are
Damn.
preventing yourself from moving to the next level. But if you're in a relationship and the person is going through stuff and you help them, that is being loyal. Because that same money you could have given it to somebody else. You are giving off yourself to them because you've been in relationship with them, and you are, in a way, it's like an unspoken of thank you for being in my life, and because you've been in my life, this is my appreciation
So
of.
what if the woman, let's say, yeah, because clearly women are gonna come with problems. Everybody knows that, right? Let's say she's in your life. She's helped you get to where you are. You're now at another level in your life, and maybe she hasn't caught up. Do you think you should just leave her and go
No.
find a better woman? Let's see answer that first. What do you think, C?
Uh, it's an equal exchange though. She's around you because you're offering something as well that's might be intangible. Because I've been in relationships where it's like I know I don't really like this girl. I know she's not a part of my destiny, but she just sees my value so high, just appreciates me being around, where she's doing things for me. That doesn't mean she's my soulmate. That doesn't mean I'm gonna hold her back and keep her around and just use her. I'm gonna let her find her soulmate, you know? So I feel like being loyal to your destiny is more important than being loyal to, you know, another girl along the way.
That's actually crazy.
Yes, and most men don't are not loyal to their destiny. That's
Mm.
that's the thing. C is a very wise
He
guy.
is. That was wise to
Very
say.
wise guy. That was really, really, really. Your destiny is very important. Very, very important. Even the person, the girl herself will be grateful that you are really trying to push. Let me give you an example. I went to date. I dated a girl who had an American passport, and in Africa, if you have an American passport, it's a big deal, you know. And this girl was trying to tell me back then, back home, I'm like I'm known. People know me, and she was trying to tell me and trying to make me feel bad that she was doing me a favor by dating me because she had an American passport, right? I said, "Fuck you." And then I said, I moved on, like, fuck you and your American passport. And then I moved on because I believed in my destiny so much. I believed in who I'll become so much. Where I am now, I already saw it in my mind's eye years before I came here, before I got here. So because I saw that of myself, it was easy for me to tell her, fuck you, go fuck yourself, and I left. I'm sure one day when that girl sits somewhere and she sees me in Los Angeles doing something, or even see me on TV, she'll say, "Oh, I remember that guy. He's always said he'll go to America and be big in America. He's always told me." And even when I was flexing him about my American passport, he told me to fuck myself. I'm sure one day she'll sit down and say it. Most men will be crying over that girl and say, "Oh my God, she left me, or she left me." No, if you are loyal to your destiny and what you have been called to do on this earth, you tell any woman who tries to downplay you to go fuck themselves, because the destiny is bigger than any woman.
Yeah, that is some deep stuff. What you got to say about that? He said the destiny first. Casinos, right?
Mhm.
Now I'm gonna start getting personal, right? I had this ex girlfriend, and she used to tell me all the time. He was like, "Bro," he's like, "You need to let that go."
Mhm.
I was trying to hold on to it, and then when I let it go, he said me keeping her around was holding us back.
Of course.
I let her go, and then me
Mhm.
and C go out to freaking go to Europe, and our lives changed after
Yeah.
that. That was like the
Yeah.
turning point for our lives, right?
But you see, we need more young boys to have C's in their life.
See,
We
why
need.
did you say that to me?
Mm.
You know me, bro. I'm gonna let shit rock, bro. I'm a like all my friends. They come to me for relationship advice. I'm gonna tell stuff, even if it's harsh, but I still want them to be happy. I still want them to experience the relationship, their woman. But at
Mhm.
the end, we both know like we're not operating at optimal speed,
Mm-hmm.
optimal it's, you know, and that can hold other friends back that are like low key says to me sometimes, GK, how you say you can't bring a woman on certain missions, you can't bring a woman around certain business people, you know, because
Nah,
it's
you can't. Nah, there are some beaches you can't take sun there. No, there's no, you can't.
it just throws off the energy, it just throws off our destinies, you know.
Just shows off everything.
Yeah.
I used to date a girl. I used to once again I used to date a girl. I used to go out with a girl, and the girl really liked me. Like she really liked me. And I knew it, like when you talk about somebody who really is infatuated with you. But I truly knew that the future ahead of me, that girl was not prepared for it. Like her parents didn't prepare her for someone like me. And
Mm,
my wife has been prepared for someone like me because of the hardships she's gone through. You see, my wife is a hustler. I am a hustler. So I don't need to explain certain things to my wife. When we don't have money, I don't need to say it. She knows. She knows how to move when we have money. She knows how to move when we don't have money. Do you
Mm,
understand? You see, so but another girl will not understand. You know,
mm-hmm.
there are some times that my wife will call if like I have a client and I need to act is like, oh, I need to place a call, and I don't want it to seem like I'm the only one who is managing the company. My wife can act as my secretary and call the client and talk to the client as if she's my secretary. That's a hustler, you know. Some things are not said. Some business deals, my wife can talk to them and say, "Oh, we sent the invoice and blah blah blah."
That's amazing.
Some
So
other
C,
girls
hold
cannot
on.
handle that.
C, how did you know? Because me and C, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna get personal now. I used to bring the C knows we would be on our missions, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'd fly the girl in. Sometimes I'd fly out. How did you know that was getting in the way of what we were supposed to do? Like, how did you like come up with that? Did you feel it? Did you think it? Like, where'd the information come from? See,
bro, I've known you since like we were 8, bro. I just know, you know, your best self, you know? It was like it's like having a man on the team with his hands tied behind his back, bro. It's
damn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like and it was before we even started traveling. It was like when we were just hitting the studios, the performance, you know, of course you were still performing, like we all cuz when you have a girl around, bro, and you're with your boys, it's like I have to respect your woman too. I have to like put on the act a little bit, you know, be a gentleman as well. We can't just like give
Mm-hmm.
that raw,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Damn, bro.
That's
This
true.
is hard for me to hear. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. It
Yeah,
feels
I
like
can't,
it feels like this shit turned into an intervention for me.
Of course.
He said, "Of course,
Yeah, of
GKs."
course. Sometimes your mentors are not people who are necessarily too older than you. Sometimes your mentors are even younger than you. It's all about grace and wisdom. And grace and wisdom doesn't come in the moment. You know, some people they get it from childbirth, and some people have the hustle enough, and some people they are just that. You know, so it's okay if this is an intervention for you because sometimes your mentor is like the guy next to you. You know.
but
So Big Lick said y'all should do this more often. Doc said dude got lucky and he's giving advice. Big Licks has gonna be dropping a new song on his channel, guys, on the 23rd. Look out for that.
Nice.
So
there
what do you gotta say, C?
Ah, who said I got lucky and I'm giving advice?
Doc. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Cause I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
got
be
lucky.
honest.
I got
I-
lucky. I'll just accept it. I got lucky. It's fine. It's true. I can't. I can't take all the any credit at all. It's God. God
At the
gave
time
it.
when
God
me and
gave it.
C were doing the thing, the reason why I didn't think it was getting in the way, it was getting in the way. I'm gonna tell you why though. The problem is, it's like me and C, like we're out, we're in San Diego, we're supposed to be meeting people, connecting, and then the girl breaks out. She has an attitude. Now I gotta go off on the side. C's freaking standing here like just waiting for me to calm her down. It's just like, right? Whole time I'm thinking, yo, this can work, bro. It can work. Like, but that could have been an opportunity for us to sign a crazy deal or meet somebody who could take us to the next level, you know?
But all I say is it's still worth it. Like you've gone through it. If you don't know the bad, you don't know the good. You see?
What is it wrong to just why don't, so just separate, right? What's wrong with separation? Just leave them
No,
at home.
Loki, you need all these experiences. These experiences are the sum of
So
what
moving
makes you.
forward though for me, because everybody knows I like
You are
girlfriends. I
still
always want
23, bro.
girlfriends.
You are still 23. There's a long way ahead of you. So just keep doing what you are doing. You are not ready for a relationship that will, you would say next week I'm getting married. If even if you came to me next year and next year 2026 and told me that you are getting married and I should come to your wedding, I'll say fuck you. That's you are not ready. I'll tell you straight up, like because I when I met you, like no, you're not ready. So you relax, take your time. You need to go through life and enjoy experiences. Like she said, you need to go through life and experiences. You are traveling soon. That's one country. Imagine if you did a whole continent. Like your mind is still expanded. So just give yourself time. That's all. Give yourself time. And I'm saying that I can't wait to also just like expand some more, expand my mind some more. So life is a long learning. Don't be in a rush, you know.
Big Lick says take your time, low
Mm-hmm.
key. Wow,
Take
man.
your time.
Okay, guys, do we have any more final points? Any more final conversations? Are we good? Does anybody
I
have
have
more
to,
questions?
I have to leave you guys.
Okay.
I have to
So
leave you guys. I have to take care of the kids.
I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thanks C, thank GK. It's been a nice time. Thank you, C, for coming on and just sharing.
Yeah, bro, we gotta do this on my channel
Next time,
soon.
right?
Yeah, bro, this was fire.
He said this is fire. Okay, guys. Thank you guys so much and take care.